Hey guys, Jeff here with Ghost Knight Gaming, and hey, I'm hanging out here playing some Dark Souls, hanging out with my friend here, Strayed of Orlay or Orpheus, whatever he's Strayed of that guy. And I just thought I'd share something that I'd kind of done a little bit of work on, just testing out to see what it is. And basically, I'm just looking at some relatively painless ways of earning souls in Dark Souls 2. As anybody that's watching me on Twitch, which there'll be links for that down below, I've been playing a lot of that the last little while because I've been streaming it for my Wednesday night RPGs, and basically I've been trying to find ways to earn souls, to buy spells, get armor, upgrade my equipment, and get myself ready to go. Because I'm playing a sorcerer, and definitely upgrading gear, buying a lot of spells is very important. Plus making sure you stock up on items. But this is something that can be useful for pretty much any type of build, and basically it's a way to relatively painlessly level in a relatively short period of time. Now, of course, a lot of people are talking about, stuff I've seen is a great way to level is Bonfire Aesthetic plus the Rotten, and it earns you a decent amount of souls. And I'm fairly certain, actually looking at some of the stuff, I haven't tested it yet. I do have to try to take on the Rotten again. But having not tested it, I haven't seen how long it would take to actually earn the souls that you would get from him. Because they're talking about, earning millions of souls and stuff like that, or doing this for flashing through New Game Pluses to get to later on progression, because I'm working on getting the Platinum for this. But just leveling in general. And I'm a little curious about how long it would take in comparison compared to the way that I've got it going, so it's something I'm going to experiment, and we'll probably post a video about it a little bit later on, just talking about that, but I'm going to get on to basically what I'm doing. So basically where I am is I'm currently at Strayed Cell Bonfire in the Lost Bastille. So in order to get access to this, you're going to need a Fragrant Branch of Yore, and you're going to have to use it on Strayed. That'll give you access to being able to exchange souls and stuff with this guy, because he likes big souls and he cannot lie. Get all your fancy spells, fancy smells, spells and all that fun stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, what happens here, though, is there are a bunch of prisoners that spawn just around him. There's 5 of them that spawn, and with them, they give you about 200 or so souls when you kill each one, which is not bad for an enemy you can kill in one hit repeatedly. Now, however, of course, I was making sure that I had some equipment set up, so I had the covetous silver serpent ring, which improves my souls gained. Or no, not that one. Sorry, covetous gold. No, it is covetous. Sorry. Having a moment. Yeah, yields more souls. So I was actually getting about 300. Then I added the Jester's Gloves, which also improve the number of souls that you gain, so increase the number of souls acquired. So it got up to about 360 or so. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. And I can actually earn souls fairly quickly, because you kill them in one hit and away you go. So I got to thinking, Bonfire Aesthetics. So these lovely things are a mechanic in Dark Souls that allow you to power up bonfires to essentially New Game Plus levels. Basically at any point. So if you're sitting there playing, playing in the first playthrough, you can use a Bonfire Aesthetic to move it to New Game Plus and stuff like that. Foes get tougher, garner more souls. Some of them give access to items and drops that only show up in New Game Plus and beyond. So some of the bigger bosses, like the Iron King, will drop a different soul at that point. So I think I've used up those souls, so I don't have any of them to show you right now. But, the Old Sinner, the Lost Sinner, etc., etc., etc. But basically, yeah, it's a way to power up enemies and, get a chance to fight some stuff over, including bosses. So there is a potential benefit of this. If you get really good at fighting certain bosses, you just use those Bonfire Aesthetics that you can find, and there is the Dark Abyss, where you can actually farm Bonfire Aesthetics. Once you complete all 3 aspects of it, you can actually basically farm those locations, fight those enemies for as many Bonfire Aesthetics as you need, without having to use Bonfire Aesthetics to respawn Bonfire Aesthetics. I know it's really kind of convoluted. But anyway, I grabbed a whole bunch of Bonfire Aesthetics and decided to try out just fighting these guys, and kind of just looking at how long it roughly takes me to be able to fight these guys, how many souls I can earn at essentially the max Bonfire Aesthetic level. And, you know, so, and compare that what you could earn with things like fighting the, the Rotten or something like that to farm souls from them because of some of their, some of the extra things, like the extra soul that you get from him is worth 60,000. So that's not bad, especially if you can fight him fairly consistently and a lot, and you get to basically where he maxes out how tough he is. So I'm just going to quickly rest here, and we're going to experiment, because now I've got these guys. I'm actually sitting at basically New Game Plus ×8. So they're a little bit tougher. They're not, I can't kill them in one hit anymore. It's still only 2 hits or, you know, a quick cast of Dark Orb here, but basically I just finished these guys off in 17 seconds. That was my timer count. So not bad at all, and then take into account that. But let's say I do it this way, and, you know, I just zap these guys. It doesn't take very long. I gotta get the timer going again really quick here, and then we'll get that going. So there we go. So we fight them again, and I'm actually earning 1,300 souls per kill. So that's not bad at all. Okay, so just by doing spellcasting, so I don't have to go very far. If it locks on. Alright, so to kill them all, not including transferring with the bonfire, that was 11 seconds. 12 seconds, sorry. So that was 12 seconds to earn, at this point, with getting 13,000 or 1,372, you know, we're earning just over, you know, about 60-something thousand. I'll have the actual calculation on the screen here in a sec. And yeah, so that, and it takes 30 seconds. 30 seconds to earn, you know, 6,000 plus souls. Even the Rotten, I'd be hard pressed to see anybody that can actually do it that quick with having to get in there, loading screens, all that kind of stuff. You know, I've already fought, you know, so 12,000 a minute, give or take. So 10 minutes, you've earned, you know, a little bit over 10 minutes, you've earned 100,000 souls. And you're looking at my soul count here. I'm sitting at just shy of 600,000 souls, and I've been puttering around with this, including recording this and other stuff, for maybe about an hour or so to earn all of these souls. You know, a little bit over an hour to earn all these souls. So it's not, you know, maybe the Rotten is faster, I don't know, you know, but you need a lot of Bonfire Aesthetics for that, because you have to keep using Bonfire Aesthetics to be able to summon him, because you can only fight him once before having to use another Bonfire Aesthetic. This, I only have to use essentially 8 Bonfire Aesthetics just to get this up to +8, and then I can just fight them. Now, of course, you know, if we keep going at this for a little bit longer, they will eventually disappear, because every enemy has a limited number before they stop spawning in Dark Souls 2. There is one way out of this, however, and that is using the Champions Covenant, or the Covenant of Champions. So if you go over to Majula, you can go behind the pillars, and you can check that out. And basically what will happen is they'll infinitely spawn. Every time you use the bonfire, they will spawn. They will keep spawning. They will keep spawning. They're a little bit tougher, so they have a slightly higher defense, but as you can see here with my my Dark Orb, even if they were a little bit tougher and I was doing a little bit less damage, they're really not going to survive more than a couple of hits. So this will go still fairly quickly, and of course if I'm actually spending the souls around the same time I'm doing this, I'm going to get stronger anyway. You know, my spells are going to get better, I can up those nice and a bit, and we'll be good to go. So, you know, for basically, you know, a little bit of work, you know, and we can pick up Alluring Skulls, not that we really need those, but we could sell those to Gavlin for a little bit, a few extra souls there, here and there, and maybe use them if you have a use for them. Say, oh, that's all I drop is Alluring Skulls. So I can't guarantee it's actually better than, say, playing or going through and killing the Rotten. And of course, if anybody has any suggestions, so as you can see, these guys have disappeared, so I'll have to use the Covenant for them to keep spawning. But if anybody has any other suggestions of really fast ways to level, let me know in the comments below and I'll check them out. And who knows, if they work out, I'll throw up a video for them and we can see how well they work, how long it takes, all that kind of stuff. And we'll get a couple of things, you know, figured out and test a couple of different things. So test out the Rotten, how long it takes to fight them, all the other factors taken in, and all that fun stuff. And we'll see what great ways to level, especially like this is a new game or this is just base game. You know, the only thing I've gotten, you know, I've got a couple of places with the bonfires advanced because of faffing about. So you can see it here in the forest. You can see this is at bonfire level 10, just from my experiments. You know, but everything else, we're still in the first game. We're still in our first playthrough, and we're getting a decent amount of souls. Like I said, we're sitting at 600,000. So let me know what you guys think of this. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to check out all the other stuff I've done. I do Let's Play stuff. I do cosplay stuff. We've got more stuff coming, more tips and tricks and idea videos all over the place for everything from Skyrim to Dark Souls to RPGs that some of you guys have probably never heard of. And even more content coming here at Ghost Knight Gaming. And there's a bunch of other stuff coming very, very soon that you guys are going to want to check out. Have fun, guys. Keep gaming. Remember to praise that sun. And I will see you guys again next time.